Hello everyone! Today I'll give you a few pointers on how to handle the 3D cursor. Let's get started. This is the 3D cursor and you can place it anywhere on the screen by left clicking with your mouse. Now when you do that, it's a bit difficult to know where we are putting it. For example, to me it seems like the cursor should be above the YZ axis, about this plane, above the grid, but if you look at it, it's slightly below, so you cannot tell its location just by looking at it. So one way you can check on that is by going to this menu. You see it says 3D cursor and it gives you the current location, and you see how it changes. Now this menu is normally hidden, but you can press N to bring it out. There are a few ways that we can manipulate the 3D cursor that are useful, and you can find them by pressing Shift S and you can see them there. You can also go to Object, Snap, and you see these options over here too. So the first option we look at is cursor to selected, which the cursor is gonna go from its current location to whichever object is selected. Right now the cube is selected, so let's try it. Cursor to selected, and it went to the center of that object. You know, the cube is created here, and now you can see the location is at the center of the grid and the cube, because the cube is located also at the center of the grid. Now, when several objects are selected, and if you use cursor to selected, this will happen. It didn't go to a specific object, it just positioned itself in the center of all the objects. I know we have objects at different heights and positions, but it's about the center of the three of them. You can roughly see that it did that. The next option is cursor to center, and this one just puts the cursor in the 0, 0 position. You see it went to the center of the grid, and you can see it here. The next option is cursor to grid, and what it does is puts the cursor exactly at one of the grid points, and you can see over here in the menu the location. And then when I select cursor to grid, it's gonna round this up to 2 and this one to 5 and this one down to 0. In that way it'll be in one of the grid points. So let's try it. And I know by looking at it you can tell, but if you go back here you see that it did that. And let's change the view. Oh, I need to be there. And it is exactly in one of the grid points. And the last option in that menu will be cursor to active, and by active meaning the item that is currently selected. So cursor to active, and the cursor went to the active object, which is pretty much the same as cursor to selected. Now, the difference would be in the case when several objects are selected, and if I try to use it again, it went to the lamp, which in this case is the active object. And when several objects are selected, the last one that was selected is considered to be the active one, and that's why it went there. Also, something useful that you can do is press when you are like this, all zoomed in on your object, and if you wanna, zoom out and see everything, there's an option. You can press Shift C, and it's gonna put your cursor in the center of the grid and bring out, zoom out and show you all the objects on your 3D view. That's just something useful.